That way. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Captain Cook, Hawaii. Got a little skew here. So feel that process of coming home, grounding, centering. We are all captivated by life in different ways, brought hither and yon, and spinning out emotionally, mentally in certain ways. So just every once in a while, it's good to come home, to center, to breathe. Checking in with your spine. Its curves determined partly by the axis of the pelvis and the orientation of your head. Determined by also partially by life circumstances upon our bodies. So feel how you align your pelvis, orient the rib cage, sternum lifted, but it's not the only part that lifts. That hardens the back. So lift up the back, a lift up the front. And let's move some parts and create some connections of lines, lines of stretch. So as you go to the left, feel that stretch go from the skull down to the left side of your neck, somewhere to the left shoulder, changing the head position anyhow, slightly, slowly, changes the stretch. And draw your head back. And come back, put yourself upright. Take a few breaths. And shoulders to the right, crown to the left. So set this stretch. You're not keep pushing into it. You feel it. You put yourself right at that stretch. You breathe into that stretch. And small, slow, deliberate movements. It could be a tuck of the chin. It could be move your head forward and tuck your chin. Again, you know the options. Head forward, head back. And then come back up. Leverage your legs. Again, that process of as if to lighten the knees ever so slightly, to come to the core, don't let the lumbar get pulled forward, but sense that defined length you put through the lumbar and you bring down through the pelvis and you bring up from the pelvis all the way up through the body. And let's shift the arms, the hands forward and up the thigh bones. And your head will go with it a little bit. You can take the head a little bit further. Lengthening up and down through the spine, including your neck. Turning when your right hand's forward, look into the left, tuck your chin toward the collarbone, toward the armpit, and up. And keep drawing the chin toward the shoulder. And you can draw the shoulder further across, get the stretch down through your neck, down around the shoulder blade. Can be inside the shoulder blade, that is the front side of the shoulder blade, between the shoulder blade and the ribs. Shortening the shoulder quadrant toward the opposite hip. All right, and then come back to center and bring yourself upright. Interlace your hands, palms forward, and bring your hands up above your head. This is your little framework for your self-portrait. Is your head forward? Lengthen the back of your neck. Feel the elbows. Let's explore the elbow action. If you pull the elbows back, you will take the scapula and you will pull them kind of in and flare them, the outer wings out. Resist your elbows forward. Go the two directions. Pull them back, resist them forward. Resist them all the way forward. Squeezing something between your elbows. Bring your palms back together. And pushing the elbows apart. Palms forward. Bring your hands up on top. Imagine you've got a weight in your hand. That weight anchors you. It makes you think about how you construct this shape. Weight in the hand, out to the elbow, elbow to the scapula. And then push that weight up slowly. And you can see how I kind of go cocky wappus. Pushing that weight up. If you can straighten your elbows, that's fine and dandy. If you can't, that's also fine and dandy. Just feel that you're embracing the weight to the elbows, to the shoulders, to the shoulder quadrants, to your rib cage. Watch that your ribs haven't swung forward, nor has your pelvis tipped forward. And again, it's a heavy weight. Lower that heavy weight to your head. Lower it heavy. It's taking it slow. You're feeling how the muscles work around the scapula. And squeeze again, as if you're squeezing something that's squeezable but gives you resistance. And now you've got a TheraBand around your elbow and you're pulling it apart. And you're bringing your hands forward and push your hands out. And something's pushing at you. You're not just letting it collapse to you. You bring it in, you bring it up. Again, that weight in your hand, you're pushing it up. Again, the weight enough to feel your arms connect, as if your body, your torso is a scroll. Your arms are the dowels that go down to the center of your scroll, and your deep layers of papyrus wisdom within your scroll, all the way to your sits bones. And exhale your arms down. Take a moment and be in that realm of body response within the shoulders. And let's just maneuver them around. Both of them together. Really feel that your goal is to move your scapula. Slide them back and in and out across the ribs. And put it all together. Let's do a little Hawaiian breeze. Lengthening up to the left side as you go to the left. Feel that serpentineness as you shift to the opposite direction. Really get it all connected through the spine. Good, and then come back to center. Take a moment, come back to your process of sitting, watching, breathing. Alrighty then. Let's just do one more little neck thing. I realize this is not very warming what we're doing, but it's warming up the body in a sense, getting some kinks out. So we're gonna take the strap, fold it in half. Put the loop over the, let's put it over the left shoulder and right in up to the neck, not on the neck per se, but neither out on the shoulder framework. Both hands, one hand goes in the back. I like my hand through the loop. Other hand on the strap, both hands pull down. That takes that opportunity to rise up to create the spaces and hold the spaces in your spine. And so both hands pull down, the back hand pulls over, and the right ear toward the right shoulder establishes a grand stretch. And again, don't just keep pushing the stretch. Meet the stretch at the right depth for you. Lengthen up, lengthen down. Draw the head forward. Again, the slow, deliberate movements. When you are in the tonality, it changes it, and you can watch the line change. Draw the head forward, turn your head, draw the right ear down, your left ear up. Keep drawing the chin toward the collarbone. And then bring your right ear over your right shoulder. And do it again. Draw the head forward. Anywhere along the way, that forward movement, you can tuck the chin. It's going to change. As I say, the line of stretch. And every once in a while, you might want to anchor the back hand a little bit more. Pull it down, pull it over. And bring your head up on top. Let your arms be. Close your eyes. Breathe, watch, look, and listen. Good. Put the strap on the other shoulder. And sometimes I leave the same right hand in front or left hand in back, whatever. That sometimes it might be a good thing to change that up. Again, how high that loop is in the back, that's up to you. It doesn't have to be very high. It can be down near your top of your sacrum. It's just both arms providing this downward pull and over the top through the back pull. So pull down, rise up, create your length and strength through the spine. Backhand pulls more, pulls over that little tight zone of the trapezius. And then lengthen up and draw your left ear to your left shoulder. And moving the head slowly. You don't have to follow my words. You can follow the feeling in your own neck. But in general, you're drawing the head slowly forward, tucking the chin slowly adds to it. You can also, you can draw that left shoulder forward. So draw the left shoulder forward, follow it, draw your head forward, follow it down your back. You'll find you'll have to move a certain way to get it to follow it down, down, down. And then follow it back up. Come back up. You can keep backing your head up. You can draw your chin up. You can look up. You can turn your face to the right, your left ear down, tucking the chin toward the collarbone, but in toward the throat. And bring yourself up. And again, close your eyes. And then slide your hands forward. Let's tuck the pelvis. Let's go for a nice elongating flexion, distributing that flexion where it is needed most, and not putting it where it already does it too well. And then slide your hands back up, lengthen up to the front of the body, looking up, and shortening the front of the body, lengthening the back of the body. Slide your hands forward, tuck in the chin. Now slide your right hand forward and your left hand back. Let's get into that neck and upper back a little bit more, a little differently. All right, and then come back to center and slide your hands back up, bring yourself to vertical. Take your arms out to the side, sweep up your arms. Watch the lumbar reaching up. And exhale your arms down. Good. Let's do some downward dog. Get a little bit warming you up over there on the California. I'm so happy you're having so much rain and snow in the mountains. What a blessing. Oops, the airplane dropped out. Here we go, downward dog. Take it easy. You need to bend your knees to get those arms connected up through the torso. Do you need to come forward to orient your arms into the shoulders? When you do that, see that you haven't left your pelvis untucked. Support the core. Shifting forward. How far? Notice as you shift forward, however little, however far, that both shoulders, shoulder quadrants are strong, working in tandem with its fellow shoulder. And that's not making the other shoulder do all the work, or it's not doing all the work. You'll feel yourself shift a little bit side to side, no doubt. Try to track right through the middle. And shifting forward. All right, and bend your knees, come down. Taking a child's pose or just sitting, whatever suits you more better. And just inside, feel the body going from effort to ease, from work to rest. All right, and then let's come up again. Actually, let's come up to the bird dog position. I just have to chuckle with that name, bird dog. And so here you are in your four paws. You got your toes kind of touching in too, but though your hands are solid on the ground, that you're pulling energy up from them so they're not compressing. The tendency is the top of the palms pop, and that puts more compression possibility into the wrist. Anchor the top of the palm. Feel the length of your fingers onto the mat. And now let's slowly go toward the picking up of the left knee and the picking up of the right hand. And watch the lumbar. Don't fling your leg up and drop your belly out. Shore up the core. Again, yeah, you're lengthening out through those limbs, but it's the connection of the limbs back in that makes this have integrity, puts the structure together. And then put those corners down, take a moment, bring yourself back to the center. Keep feeling the breath into the front body, into the back body. And then let's pick up the other corners, the right knee, the left hand, reach out, connect back in. Feel your core shorten, feel you've engaged the front line. You're engaging your glutes. You're engaging the position of your head into the spine. And then bring those corners down and shore it up again. Lift the energy from your hands, shape your shoulders. Position your head to connect into the shoulders. And then flexion, lengthen through the tail, lengthen through your lumbar, lengthen out through the tail, tuck the tail, lengthen through the back body, lengthen the back of the neck, tucking the chin. And then untucking the pelvis, bring that extension up through your spine. Do not take too much in the lumbar, move it up in the spine. And lengthen again to flexion. I always give the image of as if you had a very long tail. You're reaching it out, you're pointing it down very far out, bringing that flexion through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Back of the neck, long crown of the head down, tuck the chin into the throat, lift up from the hands. Good, and then one more extension. Tone the belly, don't just drop the belly. Tone the belly back, your head up from here. Come to downward dog. Pushing the hips back. Again, some of us have the ability to really take those sits bones up, but then we're overdosing the lumbar curve. So get the axis of the pelvis right. Tone the belly. Tone the front of the body to the back of the body. And if you're in the mood, come forward to whatever plank shape you want. As you come forward, shift your arms away from your ears. Maybe you need to adjust your feet back. Pull the hips up and back to downward dog. Good, and bend your knees. And take a moment. Take a moment with your body, with your being, with your breath. All right, let's do the one where we do downward dog and then we do a leg lift, like a typical dog, where we come to downward dog. We bend the knee to the chest. We project the leg back. And then you come forward toward plank and you bring your right knee to the right elbow. And you push back all the way, leg back. Then you come forward, you bring the knee to the chest and you cross it over the body and you try to bring your knee toward the left elbow. You're not going to get it there. That's not the point. It's the core work. And you come back, push it back. Set that right foot down. Take a moment, square it up. Bend the left knee to the chest, but don't pull the tail under. Keep extension. Project the left leg back. Come forward toward plank, slowly bending the left knee out to the outside of the left elbow. And push it back. And then bend the left knee to the chest, across to the right elbow. And push it back. And bring that leg down. Let's do it again. If you're not in the mood, take a moment. Bend the knee to the chest, project it back, come forward to plank, right knee toward outer right elbow, push it back. Bring the knee in and across, core work, and push it back. And set the foot down. Left knee to chest, project the left leg back. Coming forward to plank, left knee to outer left elbow. Push it back. Left knee to chest and across. Coming forward, left knee to right elbow. And push it back. And put your foot down. Downward dog. Good, bend your knees, come down. That's a good warmer-upper, I think. Take a reset. All right, let's take one more downward dog and let's take the flexion forward and extension back again. So where you great, so you're tucking your pelvis and you start to create this flexion and you start moving forward with that flexion. and you come to plank. And you pull your hips high and you come back focusing on extension. Where do you need to focus? Most of us, it's thoracic. And you come back. And then lengthen your very long tail as you slowly travel forward. Feel vertebra by vertebra. Head goes under before quite soon. And pull the hips high. Don't overextend the lumbar. Pull the hips high. And pushing back. One more time. Draw the tail under. Watch the flexion you create. Connect it up as you travel forward. Head goes under. Head in the line. Pull the hips high. Don't take too much lumbar extension. Really focus on that mid-thoracic with your arms connecting into it, your neck connecting into it, and come to downward dog. Alrighty then, bend your knees, come down. Take a moment. Soft, steady breath. All right, coming up. And let's do some standing poses. Let's see if I can get far enough from the camera here. I guess I can. I'm just trying to get the lines right. Yellow. Push that back a little bit. All right, triangle pose to the right. Larry. All right, let me get myself situated here. Okay, let's go triangling, shall we? Get your propages in place. Again, it's easy. It's a much easier thing to create a doable depth that then you can take deeper. Feet plugging in, all important. Length of your back foot, ground the heel. Inhale, open the arms. Take a moment here, feel your four corners. And now I'm talking about the quadrants, 4 quadrants, I should be clear. Shoulder quadrants, pelvic quadrants. Inhale, exhale, side bend. Keep making each leg strong through the knees. Know how each leg connects to the pelvis, to the spine, to the 2 sides of your torso. And you're not hanging on your adductor stretch or your hamstring stretch or your left hip stretch. Supporting yourself right at the depth. That gives you entry to go further. And inhale, coming up. And turn your feet to the left. Again, the setup of your feet is important. Open up your toes. Line up your feet. Feel the arches. Inhale, exhale, side bend. And maybe this side. For me, I don't go as deep as quickly. Got some things to sort out in my hips. Feel each leg. Feel each side of the pelvis. Keeping the chest open. Keep connecting that back leg. We frequently make it about the forward leg. Check in with the axis of your pelvis. And inhale, coming up. Good. Turn the toes forward. Kick your arms out to the side. Feet parallel. Feel the little toe side of your feet as well as the arches lift. Sweep your arms up. Draw your hip bones up. As you fold forward, maybe you need to sweep your arms out to the side so you don't have that heavy load for your lumbar, for your low back. If you can, you sweep them all the way down. Your hamstrings take you where you want to go. You are in charge of the spine's shape, what it looks like today, what it looks like tomorrow, what it looks like in 5 years. So watch the positioning of your head. Again, feel your feet. Feel your little toe side of your foot. And bend your knees and hinge up. And walk or jump your feet together. Tadasana. Feel your feet in Tadasana. Good. Let's start to move the arms and move them slow enough and feel how the arms aren't that heavy. They're heavy enough to impact the whole torso line, your core. Bringing those arms up, sweeping the arms out to the side. And sweep your arms together. And bring your arms up. Feel how it's the tone of the belly is a good thing. And exhale your arms down. Pushing the arms gently, pushing the space between your arms and your body. Again, let's bring the arms forward. Feel how you have to shore up your core, your lumbar, your belly. Sweep the arms out. Bring the arms, hands together. And again, sweep the arms up. Gradually looking up. And exhale your arms down. Good. Parsva Konas. Feet wider and triangle. Get your feet aligned, get them opened up, plugged in. Pull the energy from your feet. And Virabhadrasana 2. Keep your shoulders above your hips and keep reaching out to that left arm. And then side bend, both legs. Carry your pelvis sideways. Right elbow on right knee, left or right hand on a block, whatever is good for you. Feel each leg to the pelvis. And again, be in touch with the back leg. Left side of pelvis, reaching toward the left heel. So both legs, both sides of your pelvis, both sets of glutes are working for you. Watch the ribs, that you're not swinging them forward. And inhale, coming up, Virabhadrasana 2. And inhale, coming up. Turn the feet to the left. You want to work harder, keep your arms up in between, going from right to left. Ground your little toe side of your right foot. Bending the left leg. Looking out over the left arm, Virabhadrasana 2. And both legs, each side of the pelvis. Taking the torso, dipping it on its side. Sweeping the right arm up and over. Both legs, both glutes. Usually you need to wake up the back leg more than the forward leg. But see that you're not just sitting in your left hip. Inhale, coming up, Virabhadrasana 2. And inhale, coming up. Pivot the toes forward, get your feet squared up, open up the toes, lift your arches, sweep up your arms, folding forward with the belly toned, folding forward. And bending your right leg, shifting your pelvis to the right. And bend your left leg, straightening your right. And bending the right while you're straightening the left. Get your axis of your pelvis right. You're not just flipping the sits bones up as high as they go. All right, and straighten both legs. And now swivel your pelvis. Take your right side of your pelvis high. So you're shifting right side of pelvis high, left side of pelvis high. The swivels within the hip socket. The socket is swiveling over the head of the femur, but all your muscles, tendons, ligaments, which are all encased in fascia, You feel that all the way through your leg, all the way into your feet, all your 26 bones in each foot. All right, and come back to center. Bend your knees. Take some weight out of your hands. Feel that power you'll have to amp up in the legs to do that. And then hinge up and straighten the legs and walk or jump your feet together. Tadasana. Again, feel the plumb line of the spine of the back body. You don't create your tall structure from over hoisting the front. Come into the back of the neck long. Sternum passive. Good. Revolved triangle pose. Get my handy dandy lawn chair here. Gonna square the hips toward the right. Right foot forward, left foot back. So tone in the belly, so it's not, you're not starting with a spill. Hip bones lifted, tone it in. Keep it toned as you fold forward. And twisting to the right. Feel the pelvis do its twist. So when you twist to the right, what does your right femur do in the socket? Mine tends to want to swivel out. I want to keep that femur squared in the socket. So we're all different. You might need a little external rotation on that right femur. So figure out, how is your femur set into the socket? And feel how both legs set into the socket. Twisting, bringing the twist up through the spine. When you get enough twist going on, you add the arm. You'll want to deepen the twist. If you can bend your elbow or change your height of your blocks. Keep the core, tone the front body. So you're supporting the lumbar. Also, you're supporting it from your glutes. And turn toward the forward leg, level up the pelvis. Let's bend the right leg. Feel both legs connected to strong glutes. The right tone of the pelvis, tone of the belly, position of pelvis. And then power up your right leg to straighten it. Push to the foot, strengthen the quad, and then bending the right knee. And straighten the right knee. Bend it, straighten it, and then with it straight, fold forward a little bit more if you can. If you're using a chair, you maybe put your forearms on the chair, using a block. Again, you're mindful of the shape of your spine. The stretch of the hamstrings is supported by the contraction of your quadricep. And then bend the right leg. And twisting to the right. Deepen it by bringing your torso closer to the thigh. Good, turn square, straighten the right leg, and bring your left foot forward. And let's go to the left. Squaring it up, tone the belly. Feel the strength of your core as you fold forward. You're holding that tone of the belly, support of the lumbar, hinging from the hip joints. The left hamstring tells you how far you're going. And then when you twist, right side of pelvis shifts forward and down. Watch the left femur, what happens to it as you twist to the left. See that you got the right distance between your feet. Again, keep the tone of the front body, the alignment of your pelvis, so nothing's hanging out of line. Steadiness of breath. And then turn back toward forward leg. And let's bend the left leg. So I always want more distance when I start doing this one. And feel, again, the strength of the legs connect to the strength of the glutes. And then power up that left leg. Bending it, you're powering it up, whether you're bending it or you're straightening it, or whether it's straight or bent, all the while you're engaging the muscles. I forget if we twisted on the other side, but let's twist on this side. Pushing your left hand on your left femur. Twisting again, watch the axis of the pelvis. Get it connected. Secure the position of the sacrum, the tone of the belly. Pushing on the left thigh with your left hand, twisting to the left. You can come closer, deeper by getting your torso closer to the left thigh. Good, turn back to center and power up that left leg again. And bend the left leg and step the right foot forward. And Tadasana again. Good, let's do one more standing pose. The thrilling, the one, the only Ardha Chandrasana. So we come from triangle pose. And let's see what I need, whether I need the chair, whether I need the block. Have some case of emergency. Okay. Again, set your triangle pose up. That's the foundation. Side bend. And bend your right leg. See that the foot is parallel to the mat. Your knee tracks, your thigh bone tracks parallel to the mat. You take a little step in with your back foot and you launch. And I'm going to be disoriented in this scenario. So I'll be using my chair. But both legs active. Feel the arch of your right foot lifted. Feel the grounding of your heel. Feel how you link both legs to the pelvis. And now slowly bend your right leg and then reach your left foot back. Come to triangle pose if you can. It's kind of a new and improved, deeper. All right, and inhale coming up. All right, over going to the left. Again. Get your feet plugged in. Open up your arms. Side bend. Triangle pose. Slowly, you bend your left leg. You step your back foot in for a little bit of help to start the launch. And I'm not as good on this side as my other side, so we'll see what happens here. Again, feel there's a clever left foot that wants to whip in. I think it's tight inner groin. Pulls your toes forward. See that the line of the foot stays parallel to your mat. And your right leg is active as your left. Now, obviously, this is not an easy pose. So, I mean, if it's best against the wall, if you're not pulling this off, again, if you don't like this pose, this is your practice coming up, that transition from triangle to straight leg and using the chair, absolutely using a wall, whatever is required. Then come back through triangle pose. And inhale coming up. Good, people are leaving. Okay, let's take a wide stance forward bend. Prasarita Padottanasana. Feel the strength of your quads. Back of the neck long. Good, bend your knees, hinge up. Let's lie down for Shavasana. Get yourself warm and cozy. So settling in. Get yourself all cozy. Body supported. Really entrust the body to the floor, to the earth. Really let the density of the bones settle. The muscles relax and drape over the bones. The tendons and ligaments soften and lengthen. And let the body be. Feel your eyes are relaxing in the eye sockets. Your eyes relax and the muscles that move the eyes soften. Relax the jaw. And your throat. Soften your hands and relax your arms all the way to your shoulders, to your neck, to the top of your neck, all the way into your brain. And relax your arms all the way in to the shoulders and into the heart. Let your feet soften. Your bones of your feet relax. And feel that softness all the way up to your legs, into the groin relaxing deeply all the way back to the glutes. The glutes soften and relax all the way to the floor. The belly relax, the hara. Your gut feelings, let them soften. Feel your mind and your body being present. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, but being present. And gently, softly greet yourself, your being, your body in stillness. Thinking about moving, your breath will naturally deepen. And awaken the body with some gentle stretches. And rolling to your side and sitting up when and if you're ready. And unmute yourself when and if you're ready. And I do very much thank you all. Namaste.
Namaste.
I hope we warmed you up.
Thank you, Susan. That was great.
That's good. Good. I should.
Audio was really good.
Yeah, I'm